President Trump will make his first trip to Asia this week, his first since taking office. This comes amid heightened tension with North Korea. On Saturday, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis spoke at a joint press conference with South Korea's defense minister.
Make no mistake, any attack on the United States or our allies will be defeated. Any use of nuclear weapons by the North will be met with a massive military response, effective and overwhelming. I cannot imagine a condition under which the United States would accept North Korea as a nuclear power. If it remains on its current path of ballistic missiles and atomic bombs, it will be counterproductive in effect. The DPRK will be reducing its own security.
On Friday, Vice President Mike Pence echoed that language in his remarks to the airmen at Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota, saying, quote, all options are on the table when it comes to countering North Korea's aggression towards the United States. Isaac Stonefish is a senior fellow at the Asia Society's Center on U.S.-China Relations, and he joins me now. So, Isaac, what can we expect President Trump to focus on this trip?
I think we'll see a lot of discussions about North Korea, ways in which other countries in the region can help counter the North Korean threat, and then also a lot of talk about trade and Trump's favorite hobby horse, trying to rebalance the trade deficit so that it's more, in his eyes, a favor for the United States.
What about the tone here? We heard the strong remarks from Defense Secretary Jim Mattis. We know that Vice President Mike Pence sort of echoed that language. Should we expect to hear that President Trump continue with that theme against North Korea?
I think it was great that Mattis also said our goal is not war, and I think we can hope that Trump will add moderating remarks. He could say things that are very aggressive, like he said over the past couple of months, but hopefully there'll also be something like that could allow for tensions to go down.
You don't expect a fire and fury moment, that quote when the president talked about fire and fury against North Korea, if in fact there's some kind of direct provocation?
I hope we keep it in the realm of language, or even just, I think North Korea is used to absurd bluster. I mean, frankly, they do it all the time. So I think as long as it's just saying things as opposed to doing things, I think we'll be fine.
So Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and Secretary Mattis both visited Asia before the president. How did they set the stage for the president's trip? I
think with Mattis going to the DMZ, I think it'll allow Trump the opportunity to go to the DMZ as well, and sort of, he's thinking about doing it. He's been a little coy about whether or not he's going to, and just kind of look over North Korea, provide some good optics for him to talk tough to the North Koreans staring over the DMZ.
Yeah, what would be the significance of that if the president decided that he was going to travel there? Because you're right, he hasn't said one way or the other yet.
Yeah, I think the significance would be that it's just another way for him to show that he's prioritizing the North Korea issue. And I think also, there's not much significance in terms of actual movement between China, U.S., and North Korea, but it'll be nice optics for him at home to, have a visual of him actually shaking his fist at North Korea.
Yeah, taking a tough stand against North Korea.
Exactly.
So what about China? The president has been putting pressure on China to do more when it comes to the situation of North Korea here. What can we expect, you think, from President Trump with regards to China, given the latest dynamics here?
I think that she is far more prepared for this visit than Trump is. And some people expect Xi to play Trump like a fiddle and to give him the kind of face that he needs to feel very important about himself, but actually in negotiations to be a much tougher negotiator than Trump is, and to come away with a lot more on the Chinese side.
What do they want?
I think they want less U.S. support for Taiwan and more acceptance of China as a regional and global power. But they don't publicly talk about the issue of Taiwan vis-a-vis the United States that much on a high level. But I think
it's a question of respect, though. They want Donald Trump to sort of acknowledge, because there was that faux pas at the beginning.
Exactly, that December phone call. So I think if there's some sort of secret arrangement with Trump yielding more on Taiwan versus North Korea, the Chinese would be very, very happy about that.
All right, we will see what comes of it. Isaac Stonefish, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you.